Alrighty, guys. I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys Fairy Tale Final Season, episode 284? 284? Yeah, 284. Alrighty, so, if in case you guys don't look at my other series, that I have going, you'll notice that there's a slightly new camera angle. It's a little bit off from where my, monitor is. That is not a permanent thing. It is due to the fact that during one of my other reactions where I actually lost the footage, my monitor also burnt out. So it's sitting on my floor over there. I'm using one of my old TVs as a monitor, which is really far back. And if I put my webcam on it, it's like really far away. And I feel like it's a little weird for the reaction where you have like 90% of my room is like, all over is like, the screen, and then there's just little me in the, in the corner. So that's what's going on with that. So it's still under warranty, so I put in an RMA, and hopefully I will be shipping it out this week, and hopefully by next week it'll be repaired and sent back, or they'll replace it with a new one. I don't know how it's all going to go, but hopefully I do get a replacement for that, and I can get my webcam back on top of the monitor like normal. So what's going to happen is during the reaction, you guys might notice that I'm looking, because this is like where I have to look, like where I'm looking right now, and then I have to look over here if I'm looking at the webcam. And then I also look over here to see my other monitor where I see like myself to make sure everything looks okay, which is why I always glance over there just to make sure everything looks fine during my reactions. I do that even when I'm my other monitor. But yeah, so that's that. I won't go into too much on that. But yeah, so I guess let's talk about 283 a bit, and then we'll jump into 284. Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking there was something else I might have needed to talk about, but I don't think there is. So, episode 283, we had I'm pretty sure that was a conclusion with the Avatar group. The only thing I'm a little unsure of is they mentioned that they were just branches, like there were branches and then there were headquarters, I believe, something like that. And I'm not sure if what we saw were just some of the branches and there's going to be more of them as like the really big bad guys. Or if that was all of the branches we just saw in that last battle where Fairy Tale just wiped him out and Natsu killed a god that like the leader guy summoned. I don't know if that was all of them, and we're completely done with Avatar now. I'm not sure, but yeah. So we've wiped them out seemingly, and I think that kind of concluded their little arc a bit. So I think we might be moving on to some other things. Like I said in the last episode, I believe we might be moving on to more recruitment for a few episodes and then getting into another arc, possibly possibly even the final arc, if it's big enough to go that long. I'm actually not, I don't even know when, like, what episode this is supposed to end on. All I know is it's up to like, I think it's up to 300 and something. But yeah, we've seen like longer arcs in that, so it is definitely possible. But that being said, I actually slightly spoiled because I loaded up the episode and there's no little like intro thing. Like I have it up right now, ready to start for when we go, and I can see Zareth laying there in the grass. So it looks like we might get a little bit on what he's been up to. So it's kind of cool. But unfortunately, I got slightly spoiled in that before I started the reaction, just because I had to load it. But it's only like the first half a second. I don't even know what he's doing there. But anyway, yeah, I'm still surprised Natsu killed that god, and I still want more lore on that. And like, not one hit, but like he killed it so quickly. But anyway, yeah, I think we can just get into the episode. I think that's enough on that. Alrighty, so we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, I did it right this time. Okay, we're good. And yep, there's Zareth, just like I saw and loaded up. But oh, I didn't get really anything yet, so wait, backstory? Oh shit! Oh, we are getting something. This is interesting now. Oh, I am drawn into this episode already. Damn. The god of life and death. More talk about the gods. Aw. He just wanted to do his research. Poor little baby Zareth. Hmm. Seems pretty dark for a kid. I wonder if he lost someone when he was like that young. Wondering why people live or die. Oh, okay, okay. Da 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 da. Bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba. I don't know why, but for some reason, I really like the little intro with like characters walking and characters dancing. Like it's so like normal in shows, but I still love it so much for some reason. And this show has both. We have a little bit of even though I still find Carla's human form a little strange, because even Lily's like big humanoid form, he's still like, you know, cat, where she's like way more human. It's so weird, but just her little like dancing to the beat of the song, I love it. And then they just have the walking and stuff. Do 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 do. I love this intro song so much. Alright, right back into the episode now. Oh, so is that person he lost, maybe? Damn. Okay, so yeah, that's probably what. Yep, yep. Just like I thought. He lost someone, that's what made him question life and death. Oh, more back. Is this gonna be like a backstory episode on Zareth? Oh, please. Oh, is that a funeral? Hmm. Oh, is he still teaching people? Or already teaching people, I mean? Oh, it's talking about the revive system. Hmm, they say he wasn't supposed to be doing that stuff, right? Yeah. I wonder if like the whole god thing has anything to do with like the final chapters of this show, or if that's just something they've always mentioned and I'm just noticing it now because Natsu frickin' fought one of the battle gods. Ooh, he's older now. The Eclipse Project. He even worked on that. I forget if we were told that that was like designed by Zeref or not. We were probably told that actually. Hmm. In a way, I kind of feel bad for Zeref. Sorry. With his like, he seems to just want to bring his brother back, even if some of the ways are unethical. And these people are stomping in every method, even like the back in time, he got rid of the ethical dilemma, and these guys are still just rejecting him. Uh oh. Huh. Damn. So, oh, I have questions about that. Damn. Yeah, I want to go more in depth. I don't want to mention what I'm thinking right now because I want to go more in depth with this later. Oh, wow. The more I care for life, the more everything around me dies. Yep. Until he stops caring about life and then everything gets beautiful again, essentially. Hmm. Interesting. And that's why he started making with the books of Zareth as demons to kill him. Yeah, he wanted to create something that could kill him. Yep. Oh, damn. Natsu. That's crazy. He was almost like you're human to begin with. Oh. Wait. No. Is Natsu his brother? Wait, is that what that means? Oh shit! What? Holy shit! I might just be stupid, but I did not make that connection at all. Oh shit. Oh, I want to know his. Well, I guess we've seen part of his connections with Mavis, I guess. Oh, somewhere's going. Spooky cave. Is this the cave that that one dude from the intro was sitting in? Yeah, this guy. Okay, I have a theory on him. Oh, yeah. Yup. Okay, so it is Acnologia. I had that thought when he mentioned the arm. I remember the fight with Igneo. So he can go into dragon form and into human form? Interesting. I wonder which one he's stronger in. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Chills. Ooh, transition. Interesting. Oh, the happy music. Are you going back to Natsu? Oh, the hole where the guild hall used to be? Yep. Nice. So who else is with them? Did Gajiel and them stay with the council? All the others supported the idea. Oh, so we've already like skipped ahead. I was totally wrong about what this episode was going to be about. Okay, so temporarily went on their own ways. Okay. Nice. Yeah, just a group of worshippers. Okay. Huh. All the different guild halls, yeah. Uh. Aw. I wonder if Master has any idea about Natsu. Aw. Like getting chills. Damn. I wonder if he's gonna come back. He's in the intro, but... Hmm. But everyone agreed to come back, so what are you scared of, Luce? Hmm. Okay, so did I might have misunderstood. Kana! That should cheer Lucy up. Nice. They always say that. Nope, not really. I just got chills because I thought when she said that it was gonna pan over to like a lot of the other guild, like right there, like down the street a bit. Oh. Everyone. Yeah. Pan to all of them. Yes. Is Gramps there? I want Gramps. I don't see any short ones. Nice. Nice. Feels good, man. Even though I know this is like the last hurrah of the show. Oh. They didn't even know. Oh, nice. Mira Jane. Oh man, I'm almost tearing up. No, stop! No. Nice. Oh, I'm with Wendy. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. The flag, yes! Nice. I still didn't see Gramps though. I was hoping to see him. I hope he's not like dead or something, because I know he's old. Oh, but that's it. Oh, man. I really did get teary-eyed. Jesus. That was an insanely good episode. Holy crap. Ugh. Oh man, guys, I'm sorry I'm not really saying anything. Like I usually try to talk during the outro for you full lengthers that see it, but my God, I didn't even know what to say this whole time. I was taking it in. Alrighty, guys. So that is the end of episode 284. Wow. That was such a good episode. Right from the beginning. Like, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm the kind of person that gets anxiety when I do almost anything. Aside from like gaming. So like recording something like this, I still get a little bit of anxiety going into recording it. So like I'm a little angsty at the beginning, but that pulled me right in. Like the episode got me right into it as soon as it showed Zareth as a kid. I was already kind of into it because I saw, like, when I booted up the episode, I could see Zareth in the background because I boot up the episode and then I paused just to make sure that my recording software is capturing it and everything. But so yeah, like I was into it from there, but then when I learned that we were getting backstory during the episode when we saw Zareth as a kid, I was so into it. And then we like transitioned away, and I was like, all right, we got the fun, happy-go-lucky music, so we're just gonna like get into some like, fun stuff. And then had no idea that like we were gonna fast forward all the way to reuniting the whole guild and everything. And I guess they're really pushing it along now. I guess like that first arc in recruiting some of the people was just getting you like back into the feel of fairy tale in the world. And then it just like slams you. The show just goes like full throttle. So okay. Things I want to talk about. So I guess try to start from the beginning. We had Zareth as a kid who his brother died shortly after being born. I don't know. I feel like he said a time period, but I can't tell if like where Natsu was like that age in like the dragon egg almost sort of thing being turned into E.N.D. was that the age that he died at, like his brother, or was he aging a bit in that pod, like as the time went by? I'm not sure which one it is, but either way, his brother died, and he wanted to. At first, he wanted to understand life and death, and then I think as he grasped magic a bit better, he thought there must be a way to use this like mystical power to bring my brother back, right? And like that's for someone that has lost someone, that's kind of a logical thought, you know? Like you see that in a lot of shows where if there's some kind of like mystical like like any of that mystical stuff, you wonder if there's like a way to bring back the dead. And Zara found the revival project that he was working on, but that required sacrificing people to bring someone back. And like the scholars wherever he was learning said, that's unethical. Their god, which I can't remember the name, but it mentioned the gods again, like wouldn't like the god of life and death wouldn't like that. And so then and like I obviously agree, you can't sacrifice a bunch of people just to bring one person back. And honestly, I also don't think the Eclipse Project was the right answer because of messing with time travel, but they didn't really explain that to them. They just rejected him, which is why I kind of felt a little bad for him. See, there's a big difference between logically explaining to someone, especially someone as smart as him, that well, you gotta realize that you're sacrificing all these people, or with the Eclipse Project, like, you gotta realize that if you change the past, you're gonna be affecting the future in, possibly catastrophic ways, like the whole butterfly effect and all that. Like, the whole future might turn out differently just because you saved that one person. But he didn't really, like, the scholar guy didn't do that. He was just like, alright, I've had enough of your shit experiments, let's banish you. Like, he didn't even, like, go into that with him. So like, that's why I kind of felt like I felt bad for Zareth through that. And, and then when his power manifested that he has, that was something I really wanted to touch on, because they obviously answered some questions with this, but they created more. Like, I always wondered where that power actually came from, but Zareth doesn't even really know. Like, he thinks it might have been from this god that is punishing him for his research, but the thing is he was only researching, he didn't even do anything yet. So, like, is the god really that merciless that he punish someone just for looking into this stuff, or did this power come from somewhere else? Like, is it just a power that was within him? I'm still super interested where that power came from, because you'd think, like, if he actually executed his, like, revival project and, killed all those people, brought his brother back, then he might get punished. But that's almost like the people that, whoever created the nuclear bomb gets arrested for using it, or, gets executed for treason or something, when he didn't even use it. He just wrote the designs for it, and they're just like, nope, can't happen. Sorry, you're dead. Or, you're imprisoned for the rest of your life. That's like, so I can kind of understand Zareth's side of the story now a bit. I kind of sympathize with the guy a bit. Like, he kind of got a raw deal there. But, I guess it's what you, like, well, even, he can't even just, like, live forever and enjoy life, because if he enjoys life and he's happy, essentially, then everything around him dies. So he's basically just stuck being miserable for all of eternity. And after, you know, what was it, like something like 300 years? I don't remember the time frame from when he became immortal to the time where he started making demons to try to kill him. But one thing that's interesting, that's really interesting to me, during this episode, we saw... So, we know that Zeref was making these demons to kill him, but Zeref doesn't seem like he wants to die anymore. He was even making E.N.D to kill him, but now he's saying that he wants to kill all the humans and kill Acnologia. And he was saying the battle between the human, the immortal, and the dragon is coming. So it doesn't seem like he wants to die. Like, wouldn't he just let Natsu kill him? If, like, once Natsu's strong enough? If that's what he really wanted, if he really wanted to die. So I wonder what changed from the time of making those books to now. Maybe I don't know. I'm super curious about that. And I wonder if that's one of those things that he's gonna talk about later. Like, he mentioned talking about, like, the connection with Mavis and all that. And I also wonder, you know what I just thought of? I'm thinking... Okay, so this is a little bit sidetracked, but since I mentioned Mavis, I was questioning whether Gramps was going to come back, even if he's in the intro. I wasn't sure if he'd actually come back, but the thing is they wiped the memories of everyone in Fairy Tail about the Lumen Histoire, and I'm not sure if anybody knows about it now. I guess, Gildarts might know. Because he said, like, when Gildarts was supposed to become the new master, he handed it back down to Gramps and said, like, I won't tell anybody about what's in the basement, in, like, the little note. But I feel like Gramps would be the only logical one to be, like, to make the decision to go and, like, activate it or whatever. Like, we know... We saw it. We saw it's like Mavis trapped in crystal or ice or whatever that is. But we don't know what it does when it's, like, utilized. So I think Gramps will return because he's going to be the one to activate that when shit starts hitting the fan. That's what I think. So yeah, I do think Gramps is going to make a return now. I just thought of that, so that's going to be interesting. I wonder when he's going to come back. I wonder if he's going to come back, like, mid-battle and be a surprise, or if he's just going to pop up in one of these, like, next few episodes. But yeah, so let's see if I can get back on track to what I was talking about before. So I was talking about how, I don't know when Zeref, like, decided to stop not wanting to die, or it doesn't seem like he wants to. Or he does want to die, but he wants to kill everybody first. I don't know. I'm unsure. But I guess maybe that's him not caring about life because of his curse. Like, if he... Because obviously he can't just pretend to not like life, right? So maybe this is him making sure his curse doesn't kill people by, like, wanting to kill people himself, I guess? If that makes any sense, that might be what it is, but maybe we'll learn more from Zeref later on. That'd be cool. And I'm wondering what other connections there are to Mavis, because he said he'd talk about his connections to Mavis later, but we've already seen the whole storyline with him and how they met and their connections, so I wonder if there's more to it. But yeah, the super interesting episode, and I feel like there's more. So I talked about when he awakened his powers, and I was curious about when that came. Okay, so I guess since we were on the topic of it, my assumption of the guy, which, I mean, based on his color scheme, I don't think it was too far-fetched of a guess. But when I was originally watching the intro, and I'm pretty sure I talked about it during the discussion, or maybe they showed a glimpse of him in an episode, but I'm pretty sure I remember talking about it in one of my discussions somewhere. That I thought the guy sitting in the cave is Acnologia in like a humanoid form. And that turned out to be true. Like I said, based on his color scheme, maybe it was pretty obvious. Probably a lot of people thought about it too, especially because he's one of like the few remaining big bad guys that has to be covered. But during the beginning, we also saw a bunch of flashes of some other guys, so I wonder who those other guys are gonna be. Because right now they're only talking about the Immortal, the Human, and the Dragon, like, having a showdown. So who are the other people that we saw in the intro? I don't think they were the Avatar people that were just taken down. So I'm thinking, like, those are gonna be some somewhat cannon fodder characters that are thrown in there to keep the rest of the guild busy while Natsu has his big fight. Because they probably don't want to have a setting where they have the whole guild versus Zareth and Acnologia, because that's probably a lot of animation work and a lot of like fight choreography that has to be designed, and also just like making it make sense because of how powerful, you know, all three of these characters are. Is hard to throw in characters that are clearly less powerful. But what would they do? Just sit on the sidelines and watch? So no, they throw in some extra characters to give them something to fight. So that's a theory I have regarding that. You know, I'm sure they'll fit it into the story somehow, either more demons of the Book of Zareth maybe, or just followers. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that though, how because they usually do a good job tying in these characters, to, you know, make sense. So I'm probably just overlooking something maybe, or it's just not revealed yet. But yeah, I think that covers most of the backstory part from Zareth. Well, I guess no. I guess the big thing, which I mean, I guess I don't have a lot to say, but it's insane that Natsu is his brother. So the thing, how does that work though? I guess I do have some stuff to talk about, because I always assume. Well, no, I guess the name Dragneel I always assumed was a made up last name, because he came from like a dragon, like a, you know, dragon, and then Igneel was the one that taught him, Igneel, Dragneel. I always thought that was just like a fun combination, and maybe at the start of the show it was, and they decided to turn it into more. But if he's Zareth Dragneel, then that should predate Igneel, maybe. I wonder if there's gonna be more backstory to that now that I think about it. Because Igneel knew, I'm pretty sure Igneel knew that Natsu was E.N.D, because he said not to destroy the book, and I'm pretty sure if you destroy the book, E.N.D would, like, vanish, and I'm pretty sure that means Natsu would die, and that's why Igneel wanted the book and wanted it safe. And so if Igneel knew about E.N.D, does that mean he knew that Zareth created E.N.D, and did he know, like, the whole time from the time he started teaching Natsu that he was like this demon, but decided to teach him and raise him and help him anyway? And what would his connection be to Zareth, I guess, if that's the case? Would Zareth had just handed him over to Igneel and just said, like, here, teach my little brother? I wonder how that works, like how Natsu got from point A to point B, you know, from being created to being, you know, the son of Igneel. I'm interested to see more of that. I hope we get more of that. And I also want to know the connection between Zareth and Igneel. I wonder if there is some sort of thing there. Like, I wonder who Zareth's parents were. Like, what happened to them? Because he didn't mention them. Like, I thought it might have been one of them that died when he was young, and that's what made him start his life in deathing. But no, it was when Natsu technically died, when young Zeref's brother died. But he didn't mention parents at all, so I wonder who their parents are, because now it's not just Natsu being a orphan, but Zeref and Natsu, as far as we know, are orphans. I wonder if there's some bigger picture to their parents. That's what I'm wondering. Like, is Igneal somehow like really their father? Like, I know it sounds stupid, but can all dragons go into a humanoid form? Or can only Acnologia because he used to be human? Like, he was a human that bathed too much in the blood of dragons and became a dragon, is like what his backstory was. So is that why he can take on a humanoid form, or could a dragon take on a humanoid form and procreate and give birth to Natsu and Zeref? Well, not him give birth, but you know how all that works. But yeah, so I wonder if we're gonna get that in depth with their backstory with like the remaining episodes, or if they're gonna leave some of this open ended. Because like maybe the writers don't even know their parents. Like maybe they're just orphans. That might be a thing. They're just orphans, and I'm looking too much into it. But yeah, like I'm super invested now and super interested. But he also, so he started off as a human, so he's still somewhat human, whereas the other demons were just made like out of thin air. Well, not out of thin air, they were made out of like the Etherion particles or whatever it was, like the basis of magic or however all that works. So yeah, I think that covers most of the whole Zeref part of this episode. And I don't have a whole lot to say about like the reuniting, but I definitely got a lot of chills during the reuniting part. Seeing all the characters again, except for Gramps, was really awesome. I'm not even sure, did we have any characters that weren't brought back? That's what I'm trying to think about, if there's any we don't see. And not off the top of my head, but my memory is pretty bad. I've always been bad at like if you have a big cast of characters and you see them all and you're like said, okay, there's one missing, figure out which one is missing. I've always been bad at that kind of thing. Or like same with like, say like in school you had a vocab test and you had to study all of the words and you had to write them all down, but you weren't told how many there were, I guess. Or I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to go on, like, to explain, but I feel like I could remember a chunk of the characters, but I couldn't remember every character. So I feel like there could be maybe one or two that used to be, like, because obviously Fairy Tail has been various sizes over the years. It's been bigger, it's been smaller. And some of the bigger times, there were definitely a bunch of random characters thrown in. I don't really mean those. I just mean, like, the named characters. Oh, I guess Laxus in the Thunder Legion we didn't see. I wonder what they're up to, if they're going to come back. So there are characters that are missing. There might be more, too, that I didn't even think about. But yeah, interesting. I wonder if they're going to be with Gramps, maybe. Like Laxus with his grandfather and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, it felt really good seeing all the characters back together. I even got teary-eyed, and like, my teary-eyed was in a happy and sad way, because I was so happy to see all the characters together again. And I was also sad because I know that this is like the last hurrah. Like, this is, however many episodes they're gonna do, and then it's over. But I also got the vibes of really... So I kind of started rewatching rewatching a reaction I had already watched of Fairy Tail. Just because I enjoy the reactor, and also I like having, like, while I'm playing games, I like watching stuff on my other monitor, and it's like an English dub version, so I don't have to like look over and read the subtitles and all that. But I was doing that, and I stopped after a few episodes, but I might pick it up again just because now, like, I don't know, every time I watch one of these episodes for a reaction, I always like want more. Like, I'm happy with my one a week. I don't really want to binge like all of what's available at the moment, but I still want more fairy tales, so I might continue with my little like rewatch of the reaction while I'm playing games and stuff. But yeah, I think I think that's most of what I have to say about this episode. It was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to what's to come. I guess I don't really have any predictions as to what's to come. I don't know if they're gonna bother to build a new guild hall, because it's weird, because I have the mentality of this is the final stretch of the show, so they technically don't need a guild hall, but in their mind they're not thinking like, oh, we're in the final season, so we don't need a guild hall, we're not going to be here long. Like, they're bringing the guild back, like, back, so they're going to need a guild hall. I think, anyway. So I wonder if we are going to get an episode of them, like, building one of those or something, or how that's going to work, but we might have some, like, goofy fun episodes before, like, shit goes down, or just shit is going to go down, you know, like with this whole fight that's going to happen. Or maybe they'll like do some, base building, and some plot development where it's showing the bad guys doing some stuff, and kind of introducing the other bad guys that aren't Acnology and Zareth, if those ones from like the first episode of the final season are what I'm thinking, and are characters that are going to come back, or come into the limelight. But yeah, good stuff. Well, if you guys want to see my full reactions to this kind of stuff, you can check out my Patreon, where I put to every episode for every video I do, I put the full-length version on there, so you can, sync your footage with mine and check that out. It also supports the channel. It helps me sustain my because I pay for the Vimeo to be able to upload enough every month. I pay. It's not too bad, so it's not that big of a deal, but it would be cool to be able to cover that with this. But this is also just a hobby, so not a big deal if I don't ever get any patrons. But anyway, that's there. I thank everyone for any of their support, even if you just subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying it. I thank you all for subscribing, if you have, or if you do in the future. We're at 97 last time I looked, so we're getting very close to that 100 mark, which is exciting. And we're slowly growing, seeing some new faces for my different shows, hoping to get that, get more variety of shows out there as time passes and some shows finish and I start new ones, and get a nice variety of shows out there, give a lot of options for people that are like, oh, I liked his reaction to that, let's see what else he has, and oh, he reacted to that, oh, I'll check that out. That's kind of like, that's what I do with other channels. I'm like, oh, I want to see if there's any reactions to this, and I find a reaction channel, and I'm like, that guy was a pretty good reactor when I finished the series of reactions, and then I'm like, oh, let's go to his like playlist and just see what else he has available. And I don't know how many other people do that kind of thing, but I do it a lot, where I'll find a reactor I like and I'll watch like almost every reaction they have, unless it's a show I haven't seen yet or a show that I really didn't like or something. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling about nothing, and now I'm about to start coughing because I swallowed wrong. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.